do women even have an incentive to change how they move if there will always be um, those, the cleanup guys, those men who they never gave attention to, where they're like, all right, I'm gonna give you attention today, and they go for it.
Mm, I mean, women have the power to do anything, to be honest.
That's cap.
Well, what does that mean?
If we say no, it's no, right? If we say yes, it's yes.
What do you mean by that? Like somebody asking you to have sex, or
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah, but that's
If I
the
say I don't
extent
want
of
to go with, if
All
I
of
don't want
it.
to go out with you, I'm not gonna go out with you.
but
If I say I do,
that's the extent of the power. Like what when it comes to the men and the things that you want, now there's barriers, in a way between you and getting that, like a relationship, marriage, those type of things.
that is true.
Has the art of dating really been lost, or are people just refusing to do what real dating requires?
I feel like it's not that the art of dating is lost. It's just that I feel like everything is just so easy to access that nothing feels worth investing in for people anymore.
Can you elaborate with that a little bit?
Yeah, it's like the illusion of having all these options, right? Even with like the dating apps that, people say they're like, you're swiping through it and it's like you're not really noticing that person for the individual that they are. It's just like just another person to swipe across. Somebody better is going to come across on the next swipe. So it's like you're not really looking at these people for who they are as individuals. It's just something, do they check the boxes that you're looking for?
Um, I think it's fair to break down the different, because when it comes to dating, men and women have different roles. So I think it's fair to like kind of maybe talk about, are women not doing what they supposed to be doing in dating, or are men also not doing what they supposed to be doing? Because I think men typically kick it off, right? We kick off dating, we go, we find a woman that we want. Um, but I think it's probably deeper than that. Like, people just aren't as intentional, and a lot of people use dating for sex versus using dating to get to know somebody and find like a long term mate. Most cases is being used for sex, I would say.
I was just gonna say it's a little. I feel like it's a little bit of both. I think that people, um, I think it's just been lost in just the way the shift of the economy is going, the way that people are just so focused on instant gratification. People don't want to put in the work anymore. Um, there's always an ulterior motive. It's not how it used to be, where it's like two people to get together. I like you, you like me. Let's go just have lunch. Let's have a picnic. Let's just go walk. It's always like, what can you do for me? What's the end result? And then people just don't sit in the now anymore.
It's like we're not dating people anymore. We're like dating projections and curated images and potential upgrades.
In their bank accounts.
And
Right.
I'll say pockets.
That's what
In their
in
bank
pocket
accounts,
the
do they have
revenue.
enough
Like that's
money?
what they're looking for. You're not looking for like, well, I can't speak for everybody, but like, are you looking for that man's emotional depth? Do you care
Right.
about who he is as a person?
Exactly.
Is he worth investing the time and the energy to get to know him? Like, I don't know if a lot of people think that far into it.
Now, do we think it's mainly women?
No, I cannot say that.
Because when you think about it, men have always wanted sex, right?
It's
Right.
And
part of their program, isn't it?
yeah, and women have always been the women have always been in charge of that. All right, like no, you're not gonna get this until we do here. We're not gonna do this till we get this, and like y'all have always been like the leaders when it came to that. So like men have always wanted sex, but now I guess we just getting it so fast, say that we don't have to make a significant investment. I don't know.
Or you're
I
getting
mean,
it
but
with
if
condition.
ease is like all it takes to stop the commitment, then tension was never really there, right?
Right.
Yeah. So Yeah, but I guess
Wait, that's not true at all. Because the intention, just because the outcome doesn't turn out to, we don't get the outcome we want after we fucked you. That doesn't mean that our intention before we fucked you was any different. It just means that after we fucked you, something happened. Like y'all will suck our dick before
Yeah, it
you make
wasn't
us
good.
sound like. Y'all will suck our dick before you listen to us. Y'all will suck our dick before we can have any type of say in what you're doing. So like it's easier for y'all to suck our dick than it is to be submissive and listen to us or follow our lead. So why do you think that? What's the difference? Like y'all keep fucking so fast and then trying to jump back out of the I want to be a serious girl frame into the now I want to be a fun girl frame and jump back and forth when it suits you. That's why dating is going the way it's going for women who have issues dating.
Yeah, I don't really hold like women having sex with me against them like that. You know what I'm saying? If they do, they gonna do what they gonna do. My thing really so much so is like, don't misrepresent yourself or try and finesse me in any way. Because if we build a relationship on trust and I feel as if you kind of led me down a path that was non-congruent with the truth, and you knew that shit intentionally because you felt like I was gonna be misaligned with an aspect of you. Maybe you was hoping that I'll like be fucking with more of you in the future, which rightfully so I probably would. But if I felt like you finessed that beginning portion, I think that should have come back to bite you. Yeah, like to Willie point after sex, like with sometimes it's hard to tell as a man if you horny or you actually like the girl, like to that extent. You know what I'm saying? So after you have sex or after you bust a nut, you have post nut clarity. And you can do that shit yourself sometimes. Like, do I really still feel like calling her and getting up after I done already took care of on my own? Sometimes the answer would be no. Sometimes you'll still be like, well, I'm still intrigued, but that shit could be leftover horniness. You never fucking know. And after you know what I'm saying, y'all get together, that should become abundantly more clear. Or the thing that was bothering you starts to bother you a lot more. Like, damn, I don't like how she smacked. I was kind of okay with that shit when she was eating, but now it's kind of like that shit is really, really annoying. And it's getting worse and worse. Can I deal with it? Like, it might be something stupid like that. But initially, when you first getting, together, that could be something that might make somebody have a pause because that part of a person just turns them off for whatever reason. I'm just creating a random scenario. Or you just misrepresented yourself. You put a gang of filters on and then basically catfish somebody and left them to decide. Shit.
I also want to point out something really quick because you could be having a regular ass non-sexual conversation with a man and he gonna take it there. I don't know if he testing you to see how far he could go with the conversation or what, but it could be like a random, we could be talking about tacos and then he gonna insert sexual joke here just to see how far he can go with it.
What you do when he do that?
Shouldn't have ate the taco like that.
Pivot.
You pivot?
I learned to pivot.
She does that with guys that she doesn't want to fuck. Like
Not necessarily.
A lot of
Because
women.
I feel like that's the easiest thing to do.
Relationships. No, it's not the easiest thing to do for men. A lot of women have different rules for niggas that they'll marry the nigga they just want to fuck. So y'all will be out here giving away all this free fucking pussy and then get with a nigga you want to marry and expect him to pay the fee that these other niggas didn't have to pay. And none of us are going for that now because we're all aware it's what happens. You've been out here fucking and sucking without commitment just because your pussy was wet. And then you think the nigga is supposed to get behind you, supposed to wine and dine you, take you on trips, and clean up the nut from the nigga before him. Most niggas can't even get
I
nude.
do agree with that one.
Most
I
niggas
definitely agree with that too.
girls that ain't from 3 niggas ago. So like, what are we talking about?
Let's go ahead and get some of the folks now. Juicy, you want to go ahead and add into it, then we'll get to Keisha.
I just think what he's saying is valid because a lot of women do like if we find a man that we like and we want to fuck him, we gonna fuck him. And then when it's a guy we like, dang, I really like him. I need to prove or see if he really worthy of being with. We kind of like make him work harder for it rather than just being like, take it.
But my question is, do they even have incentive to not do that anymore? Right? Like is there not going to be those guys who clean up guys? Are they not going? Are cleanup guys going to go away?
Look, Bon, I was seeing this. I seen this video, right? It was this white girl. She took a brick and threw that shit through the window of dude crib.
I just
right?
seen that too.
You
I know
seen that
exactly what
too?
you're talking about.
Did you see the men in the comments? Because
They-
her body was like kind of on point. The man was like, "Shit, I could fix it." They was in the comments going crazy.
Yes.
This girl going through a whole episode throwing bricks through our houses.
was crashing
trying to fight
out.
them, wouldn't leave. They was in the comments like, "Shit, I still, I probably
Crashing
could
out over
fix
what
that."
though?
You say what?
Crashing out over what?
He broke up with her.
I think I know what
he
you're
was
talking about.
You seen that video? And one
A
of the
long
things
time
that
ago.
stood out to me in that video was Buddy said to her, "You don't get to tell me what to do anymore." I was like, "Anymore?"
If we talking about the same person, she did have a really nice body though. If we talking about the same person, it's like a guy. He had like a Mercedes in the driveway. It was like a Mercedes.
It was I didn't see the car. Well, it might have been. I wasn't paying no attention. I was looking at her.
I was
and
looking at
him
her
in
crash
that
out.
glass door that she threw the whatever that was through. I think it was a brick or she would clean.
Wait, through his door through his door and his door frame in his house.
I do want to kind of get back on topic.
That's
I
right.
too much time on something we ain't even playing, but let's go ahead and get back on topic. Mom, what was your question?
Dang, I just asked it.
Yeah, you just asked the question to
Oh, I
Juice.
was asking, like, can we, do women even have an incentive to change how they move if there will always be, those, the cleanup guys, those men who they never gave attention to, where they're like, all right, I'm gonna give you attention today, and they go for it.
I mean, women have the power to do anything, to be honest.
That's cap.
No, well, what does that mean?
If we say no, it's no, right? If we say yes, it's yes.
Well, what do you mean by that? Like somebody asking you to have sex, or?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. But that's
If I
the
say I don't
extent
want to
of,
go with, if I don't want to go out with you, I'm not gonna go out with you.
but that's
if I
the
say I
extent of
do.
that's the extent of the power. Like when it comes to the men and the things that you want, now there's barriers, in a way between you and getting that, like a relationship, marriage, those type of things.
That is true.
So.